So how are you doing, sir?
Oh, fine.
Yeah, nice to see you here. So where are you, sir? You're from?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, where are you from? You're from Malaysia, is it?
Yeah, Malaysia.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
So today you are the host, is it?
No, I think Rahul will be hosting from our team. Yeah, but I'm the president of this GEG, and the chairman is Dr. Ram.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
very good
so thank
evening
you
to
very
all of
much
you.
for joining us today. And nice to have you all here today. Yeah.
Good evening, Dr. Pitchy.
Good evening.
So what are you doing,
Dr.
sir, there in Malaysia? You're?
Yes, Nathan is here.
Can
He's
we
a
hear me?
participant. He's from Malaysia. Jeevanathan Pushpanathan is from Malaysia.
Very nice.
Hi.
Okay, so Jeevanathan Pushpanathan is also from Malaysia.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the way from Kuala Lumpur.
Great. Thank you for joining us. Since we had another session, just now we ended up and joined.
So how's you had another meeting, Doctor?
Yes.
Just completed, is it?
Yeah, just ended and
So tight schedule, huh? Tight schedule.
back to back. Like being a person.
We are dedicated to all that.
Yeah, definitely. Welcome, Vijayalakshmi madam. Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Vijayalakshmi is from where?
Right now she is in New Delhi.
New Delhi, sir.
New Delhi, huh? Oh, all the way from. Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
In fact,
Yes,
everybody
Ms.
is very.
Vijayalakshmi,
Everyone is
yeah, welcome.
excited.
And Jeevanathan Pushpanathan, yeah, welcome to GG meeting today.
Good evening, Nagu ma'am.
Nice. Maybe a little bit time the people may join.
Yes.
It looks like there is some signal problem, you know.
Yeah, your voice is cutting off.
Welcome, everyone. So, Dr. Ram, we are on YouTube Live now. I already started YouTube Live. And recording is paused right now, but we'll start.
Welcome. Welcome, Arcot, sir. Mute la இருக்கீங்க.
ஆமா, thank you. குணபதி ஆறுமுகம்.
Yeah. Nice.
Good evening. Good
evening.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Do you know Dr. Pitchy already, right?
Who is it?
Dr. Pitchy, you know already, I think.
Yeah. I know him. I met. I don't know whether he knows me now. We met.
Today you can both know each other very well.
Yeah.
Welcome, Arumugam, sir.
Welcome. But Gunapati Armugam is a father's name.
Oh, okay.
Normally we call it Gunapati Armugam. So Armugam is a father's name. Normally,
Rahul, could we stop the program? Rahul, you can deliver the welcome speech. Then come on. You are in mute.
So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our esteemed platform of Global Entrepreneurs Guild. So, last year we started this initiative, and here what we exactly do, I will explain that in short. Like basically, this is a platform to startups, new entrepreneurs, or even the established entrepreneurs who are right now into the domestic market and they want to go global, or even in the domestic market they want to grow and take the opportunity of this current maybe pandemic. There are a lot of businesses which are doing good even in this pandemic situation. So this is the platform for the budding entrepreneurs basically. So yes, first thing is to we can help them to go global with right strategies and procurements, whatever it is required. And like we have presence in like obviously in Singapore and India, and we are trying to establish in some other countries also. So but right now we are under the ACE International, and which is in Singapore, and it is by Dr. Ram. Okay, so that is a good way for like maybe Indian citizens or Indian and entrepreneurs, they can go global with GEG, Global Entrepreneurs Guild. Next thing is like to accelerate the collaboration and joint venturing opportunities. So this has actually happened in few of our last sessions, that there are like joint venturing discussions are still going on in some cases. Some actually happened. We help people to find some like good collaborations. Okay, so they were like a part of some just normal sessions, and now they are like with GEG. Okay, so next thing is to create the platform for businesses for knowledge, some skills, and some like developing some attitudes. Yes, everything is about attitude, and we are working on that. We can help them, businesses, individuals, to gain those attitude related things, basically soft skills, they are related things. And in near future, we are planning to come up with some good initiative about good trainings, good knowledge-based some events. Okay, so that is one of the things we have already done that, and we have some big plans around that. Next thing is obviously networking. Just now before start also there was I seen some like good networking started. So that is one of the just one outcome from the GEG platform, and we invite very prominent speakers, some very interesting ideas, interesting individuals, interesting businesses to this platform. So this is the best opportunity for the networking, and the similar atmosphere is also there. And next thing is to procure the sources and resources for entrepreneur empowerment. Within GEG also, we are like having some like businesses, and like we can help finding right people for the right purpose. Maybe there is a digital marketing requirement, or maybe there is a just simple requirement of designing a flyer or anything. And any business need Global Entrepreneurs Guild is there for you. Okay. So with that, I'd like to over to the session to Dr. Ram, and he will start with the inviting the guests.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul. Thank you for creating this platform to make the things happen with some few eminent people who are on with us today. Dr. CM Pitchy from Malaysia is the veteran. He is a senior lawyer and a corporate advisor, especially for legal firms as well as the business firms who wanted to aspirate well to govern with a certain kind of compliance regulations, adapting with the legal issues. And we have Mr. Maniv, Arcot. He is also branding consultant. He is supporting for advertising, marketing kind of platforms where the company can upscale their level into the next platform where they can able to position themselves in the global rank and using certain kind of values, especially the corporate social responsibility that is creating a lot of values for them. And Mr. Durga prasad is an educational support provider and he is in charging of international schools, and very glad to have you all with us today. And it is the time Global Entrepreneurs Guild, what we wanted to prepare for the platform for the people who wanted to learn and explore. That is the important thing, because now learning is lifelong learning strategies are getting around with the world, because every day we are getting new added value kind of conditions. If we are failing to learn and able to procure the strategy to get some kind of empowerment or some kind of embracement, we are failing to adapt and as well as update ourselves. So that is the gap we have to fulfill. By the way, I used to say pedagogy for the children learning, andragogy for the adult learning, pedagogy is the social learning. So this is the social learning platform where we are listening to the eminent people to listen and learn from their success stories and how do they able to engage and envisage the problem solving skills to overcome the hurdles or meeting with a lot of challenges to turn into success key factors. That is the real time learning. We need to learn those kind of historical things, what they have had in the past time and making them into the new level of success. That is the important thing. Manu requested me to come first, so I will invite Manu because of some family get together is there. So I would like to invite Mr. Manu first, then later Dr. Pitchy, and then the final speaker would be Mr. Durga Prasad. Manu, I'm warmly welcoming you. It's the time for you to deliver some good and informative things for the people gathered here. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. There are a lot of doctors and management gurus, people who are very serious people. I slightly feel like a misfit, but working in advertising, that's what gives you an opportunity. It actually puts you in front of some really serious people. Like I've been put in front of Anil Agarwal ji, Azim Premji, and Anand Mahindra, and those kind of people. So we just have to solve problems. So what you're discussing is it's an ocean. I'm not sure we can do justice to this entire concept in one sitting. So I am probably just going to take a few drops from that because managing a corporate and managing a brand it's a continuous process, and especially when you're trying to go global. So fortunately I've had the opportunity of working with global brands who are setting up in India like McDonald's, Vedanta, Burger King. So they were coming into India, so it was easy for us to tell about what are the scenarios here from a business standpoint, from a consumer standpoint, essentially. So I just want to probably share with you one complete exercise which we would call it as perception management. Okay. For Vedanta. So I'll quickly tell you a background on what Vedanta did. We all know, I'm talking particularly about one particular company of Vedanta. They have many companies. So we had the opportunity of working with Vedanta Aluminium, which set up a factory in Orissa. So Odisha, it's a land of minerals, but it's also a slightly laid back land, and people, they have a very simple form of living and they're very happy about it. So I keep telling, I think we discussed with Dr. Ram also, a content consumer is a marketer's worst nightmare. So when a consumer is saying, boss, mujhe itna kafi hai, what are you going to go and sell it to him? So this is what the company was facing in Orissa, because they're saying, boss, we don't want this progress. We are okay like this. We are just getting our own, gai ka doodh and vegetables and stuff like that. We are happy. We've been living like this for thousands of years. We'll continue to do so. So that's their status quo. But as a state, if you see, Odisha is still not really up there. It is still trying to push and then come to a certain space. So, the Chief Minister is a very well educated and very suave person. But I guess there are limitations to everyone on what you can do. Like I said, if the people don't want it, why do you want to thrust it on them? That seems to be the philosophy. But as a corporate, you can't really partner with time. Time is a luxury for any brand. Any brand that wants to put forth its business and then take it to places and then make profits and then become a legend. We don't have time. Earlier we had a lot of brands. If you see the legacy brands, Tata or probably Reliance is a little faster. Probably it's a very short stint that they had. But most legacy brands, the banks, even the American companies, leave alone the technology guys. So the technology guys are a different breed. They also didn't have the time, because technology is something that they were trying to do for to make life better in the present. So so they also on the fast one. So when Vedanta came here, they did put the factory. They sank in about 4,500 crores. Beautiful factories and schools around it. There's a colony around it, and there's another processing factory area in about 60 kilometers down the hill, and there is a mining area which is 25 kilometers up the hill. So all these things are happening, and suddenly there is a revolt. There were, of course, see, the problem with business is, you have a blueprint, you have a planned projection for 5 years and everything. But tell me how many companies have provisions for activists, right? How many companies have provisions for people who come and say that you didn't pay me money? I said, like, but we paid your dad, but you paid my dad. He is dead. You haven't paid me. There's very small problems, which I'm not sure whether they handled or not. So when Vedanta knocked at, I was in Bombay, we were working with Leo Burnett. Leo Burnett is a global advertising and marketing agency. So we handle McDonald's across the world, and we created Complan. A lot of success stories. So I was working with them for I think my longest stint was with Leo Burnett, about 8.5 years. So they called up and nobody knew what Vedanta is. See, it's a 4,500 crore investment, but we are sitting in Bombay and we don't know about these guys, right? I said, like, Arey, what to do, man, what to do? So we went and checked the online this thing, and absolutely they are being trashed. There's nothing positive about them, because the activists are very active, online. So because the guys who are trolling, they know all the shortcuts than the guys who are trying to tell the truth. So which can actually harm a brand. So I want to actually put on a disclaimer. Here I am talking as a marketer and a person who is trying to build a brand. So I'm not trying to put in my points of view or ideologic viewpoints on anything. I'm saying when I'm signing up with a brand, my brand's health is the only thing that matters to me. I'm not into regular thing. What we are trying to do is, what are the things that we can highlight that will change the image of Vedanta. So there's only one problem. The one problem is, these guys want to quickly operate and then leave. That's their style. Vedanta, wherever in the world they go, they just quickly come, build, finish it, and then get out in 4 or 5 years. So whereas the government wants them to stay for a longer time, so that keep giving a small amounts, not big amounts, that kind of a thing. And the people on ground zero, which is a area of say about 12 kilometers radius, those people just don't want them there. And somebody started a fire saying, boss, that hill there is a deity. They say this Kuladevam. So appadi orthan kolthi pottaanga. So so you can't touch that, right? Because it's a very sensitive issue. And right, when someone is has formed the government and then they're trying to do progress, the opposition party will say this progress is not it doesn't come with the integrity. So these political moves are also happening. So for the first time, I am probably getting into such a volatile, very sensitive space. So there was nothing positive for us. So people were just looking at me for answers. In fact, Arthur Anderson was the consultant for them. In fact, they only invited us to come and work with them. So we went and saw the place. We went to Jharsuguda to Lanjigar, which is in the hills of Orissa. So we went and saw the place. We understood the ground reality. So what we finally did was there's no point going and telling them that we are nice people, we will do all this, we will give you prosperity. They are not going to accept because they are in a different mindset. So we stopped fighting them in this thing. Our recommendation was, what you do is please find something which is positive to say. So they were doing a lot of CSR activities in and around that place. This is, I'm saying, before it became mandatory, or just around that time. I think around this time only it became mandatory, and they had a 3-year leeway period to spend that 5% in that same area. That law wasn't there before. So they were voluntarily doing some projects. So we took those projects and then did a campaign. This is how business can learn from politics, sir. This is what I learned. Whenever there is a negative remark about your brand in the market, I just hope none of us will get into that space, but you never know. Anything can become very sensitive, anything can be trolled, and they just wait for 2 people to troll and then entire masses join. So for a business, it's very sensitive. You need to have a plan to put down this fire before it takes on the business. So now I think everybody is now getting geared for it. Like for example, now you are saying Tata is going to go and buy Air India. You think it's going to go off smooth? Finally buyer mil gaya. No, it's not going to. 101 guys will come. They'll try to put those brakes, negotiate. That game is pretty ugly, but I guess that's the game that is there. One of my friends, he's no more, but he is an entrepreneur. He won the presidential award for exports almost 3 times in a row. He was exporting a lot of stones and this thing to China and Europe. So he used to say, dude, in our country, you can do business till 50 crores. The moment you that is turnover. The moment you go over 50 crores, you will have all the people trooping in. The local corporates, the cops, the IT guys, the tax guys, the IRS, everybody come trooping in, and then will try to negotiate with you on how you can contribute to their own life. So that's the reality. So perception management, why I am saying is, you can actually change a negative perception into a positive, if you do a few things right. I'll tell you another example which I was involved in, and not exactly me, but my team. We were working for a party for the elections. So the opposition they were trying to taint this party, who is the ruling party, that you guys are thieves. So there's a thing called the concept of chokidar. I don't know. I think you must be getting who I am talking about. So there was a meeting where we went and said, I think you should turn the tables, and then say, yeah, we are the chokidars. We are here to do a big deal. So that was the slogan that was used finally. So what was trolled upon them, they suddenly changed it around because they were brave enough to say that, boss, I say yeah. If you want, you can support it or not. So it actually paid off for them. So let us not discuss the implications of it later on. But the point is, there is an adversity. Most brands actually try to fight it. Don't fight it. I think most of the time accepting it is better. So in Vedanta's case, what we did is, they had an issue with mining. So you won't believe, the entire company, the CEOs, they had about 7 CEOs for different functions, and the staff, they never used the word mining for one whole year. But I said, I think the more you fight it, the more you're going to give them something to talk about. So can I show this thing, some creative which I have? I need to share. I can share screen, right?
Let me check. I will make you co-host.
If it's possible, otherwise I can just say it. It's not
no, you are co-host now, so you can share the screen.
Okay.
काय करू मम्मी?
Can you able to share?
Yeah, I'm just trying. Okay. Are you able to see it? Yeah?
Yes, Vedanta case study.
Yeah, I'll just quickly run you through it because that's why, instead of showing, I thought I'll just speak about it. So now that it's there, I can take you quickly through it. So this is it. So I'll tell you what we were fighting. See, I don't know, whether there is a mid-size and large-size agents, clients in this gathering, but you never know when you'll grow. But this is what is the scenario. So there we had to contend with people of Orissa, the state politicians, bureaucrats, senior professionals, and other influencers. There's the media, the NGOs, the people of Jharsuguda and Nanjika, which is the ground zero which I talked about, and the competitors. Now the competitors were mostly NGOs which were actually taking their case, not only in India, even in London and wherever Vedanta is present. So we had to do so many things. So our only option was to go and tell them that we are a human and caring corporate citizen. So now we are not fighting whether we are a mining company or not. We are not fighting whether we are here for the progress of this thing or not. But the idea is to make them believe that we are a human and caring corporate citizen. So anyway, this is the rollout for a year which we had to do, because the campaign we did it for exactly 1.5 years, which resulted in the government and the company coming on one side. I think which was a phenomenal this thing for one campaign to achieve. So this is the campaign I wrote for them. what success if it doesn't make someone else's life better? And if you see, we have signed off as Vedanta mining happiness for the people of Orissa. So we didn't want to get away from that that we are mining, but what we are mining is actually progress and happiness. So down the line, you will also enjoy that. You know, whether you like it or not, progress is something which has to catch up. Otherwise, we are all. If you don't grow, you have to go. So this one says, what's prosperity if it doesn't make someone else's life better? So what's progress if it doesn't touch the life of a common man? And what's happiness if it doesn't include good health and well-being? So now this is the kind of campaign which we ran to, great success. I'll just, quickly run you through what the extensive approach that we had to take, because we couldn't leave anything. So this is the campaign which we had to run inside the state. So most of the campaigns which you see, the first one, these were actually run for the bureaucrats in Delhi, the stakeholders and stuff like that. So it was in national dailies. Now this is the campaign which we ran inside Orissa. And these are all which we went and met these people and we validated, what they are doing. And, these pictures were taken by us. It's a real account of what is happening on ground. So slowly we just, pushed. Of course, these are the other plans that they had for Orissa, which they still yet to do. It's a university. From newsletters to this thing. I'll tell you, so when you're doing perception change, you can't really have one campaign and then sit in a corner. That's it didn't work for us. We tried that in the first 6 months, but we had to do a micro strategy on different places, go say different things. But then with under the same platform that we are here to bring happiness to the thing. So let me quickly show you the film.
Yes, that was.
One second, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
This is a film we did,
ये है इस छोटे से गांव की छोटी सी बिन्नू.
We can't see that.
Oh, you couldn't see?
और ये है इसका स्कूल.
Oh my God.
Maybe share screen the whole.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My. Is Hindi okay? I mean, you can. I mean, it's not no dialogues, but you can actually understand the emotion behind what we are trying to say. You can see now.
ये है इस छोटे से गांव की छोटी सी बिन्नू. और ये है इसका स्कूल.
मैं रोज स्कूल जाती हूँ.
इसके माँ बाप ने शायद अपने बचपन में स्कूल देखा भी ना हो. ये हैं बिन्नू के दो भाई कोष्टो और नंदू. बचपन में इनके पिताजी के भी दो भाई थे, पर वो रहे नहीं. ये है गोश्तो का छोटा सा खिलौना. इसके पिताजी के पास न तो एक खिलौना था और न ही बिजली. बिन्नू के पास एक प्यारी सी मुस्कान है. पता नहीं इसकी माँ के पास ये मुस्कान थी कि नहीं. बिन्नू की आंखों में बहुत से सपने हैं.
बड़े सपने.
इसके माँ बाप की आंखों में सिर्फ 3, बिन्नू, गोश्तो और नंदू. हर माँ बाप के सपने होते हैं उनके अपने बिन्नू, गोश्तो और नंदू. एक एक करके इन्हीं सपनों को हम साकार कर रहे हैं.
So that is one film. I just wanted to see another one. 1 second. So I'll end with this film, and I can take some questions. Oh, fish. Can someone speak up and then tell me whether this can be seen?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, thanks.
Touching the lives of over 6 lakh children across 550 villages. Vedanta Shubharam, a good beginning for every child.
So, okay. So this is how we find, stories to say. See, I understand, like I said, no, the ocean is so huge, what you're trying to talk about, the business and this thing. So finally, after all that, in fact, I was a consultant with Wipro for almost 5 years. So one meeting, one marketing way forward meeting, I went there, and a lot of people from IIM, IITs and all technology guys. So, so a couple of them came and asked me, young people, so sir, what technology you work on? So I said human technology. So, well, you can write an algorithm to go and sell your product, but the guy who is buying is still a human. So you have to understand his nuances, his feelings. See, consumers are also people, right? If you see, I worked on Amazon. It's probably the most, robotic company in the world today. They just, everything is algorithm based. Huh? So, in fact, the 1.5 years that I worked on Amazon as a creative head, I couldn't leave the office. So I took a small place next to the office. I was staying there 1.5 years because they work like men. I launched OnePlus in India. So that's how they work. But they also understood that if you don't touch them from a human point of view, you can be a huge business, but they will just sidestep you. So success is one thing, but people remain people, and with this pandemic they have even more become emotionally connected. They understand who they are, they understand what their needs are, they know how to look at people and then say whether these guys are really concerned with me or not. So please, this is the only submission that I have for businesses. While you address the bigger things and stuff like that, get people who can communicate with people as people. You can't go and talk to people as businesses. that's just not going to work. And this is the experience that I've had working in so many different countries and so many different markets, in the last 25 years. Thank you. I just hope you enjoyed the small thing that I shared.
Really, it is wonderful because, as you mentioned, we don't value the people, we don't value the human and the humanity. We can't able to connect and contribute better. Even our commitments won't touch with the human kind. We cannot able to sustain for long run. If anybody is giving more values for the humankind, they will come in upfront before us.
Correct. The tool that we use in LeoBonet to arrive there, it's called humankind. That's the philosophy of LeoBonet. So it's amazing that you are also mentioning that. See, we have something called cultural fuel, because everybody, your design thinking, what is design thinking to you? That's exactly what is it. Go understand people as people, understand consumer as consumer, and then devise your products and put your strategy. That's what design thinking is, right? So without labeling it that way, we've been doing that for 20 years. So
very well presented, Mr. Maniv.
Thank
and
you,
you did a very good job. I would rather give you a great excellence because of your branding and the way you put the presentation with a story.
Yeah.
A story form and how people really progress and so on. So I should really appreciate you for the great job you have done. Great appreciation.
Thank you. Thank you. So like I said,
not easy for you to do presentation in a short period, but anyway, you have done your best. And as a Malaysian, I really admire your presentation and give you a great and great appreciation again. Thank you, sir. Very good.
Yeah. So since people are important, I have some guests coming, so I'll take your leave, and then hopefully, I can regale this audience which is coming home in the same fashion. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. I'm just going to miss it. I'll just catch up with Ram sir and get a download on what happened. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Really wonderful time to connect with you, and we can able to hear. Even though I would like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Pitchy, but because of the conditions, he could able to accept it because family is first.
So, no, this guy is he's a nephew.
Yeah, I understand.
Who's going to US, so
they are valuing the family visits, so we need to. And, thank you so much for. Maybe we will catch up some other day as per your convenience.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
About these kind of strategies, how to project for the business or the business owners as well as the community where we want to solve for their humankind nature to uplift. That is the main focus for GEG. Also wanted to leverage in that kind of circumstances to develop in future, so we can handhold with you and we can able to get more tips in this aspect.
Anytime, sir. For me, every new market is very exciting for me. In fact, I'm just thinking which is the next market I should go, because understanding people, their small cultural nuances, and then being relevant to them. And see, because what is relevant to one person may not be relevant to another person. That's why we stopped doing USPs. Unique selling propositions are out of the window. Now we are only trying to, as a corporate, we are only trying to advise a client into purposing. If you have the right purpose and if people understand that you have this purpose, then you don't have to sell individual products so much. Like that's the case of Tata. I work with about 7 or 8 Tata companies. It's a phenomenal thing, So we will discuss these anecdotes in another meeting. And thank you, Pitchy sir, for giving your slot to me. I just hope I haven't taken so much time. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
It is our happy occasion to invite the veteran from Malaysia, Dr. Pitchy. He has connected with us for last few weeks before, and really wonderful. I'm learning from him, and he is also a kind of person, open book for many people to learn from his capabilities and capacities, what he is now in Malaysia. Because many people, they are dreaming to become a leader. How could he can able to achieve that kind of pathways to make him as a position to lead in Malaysia. Even the Indian community is getting this kind of recognition, and the contribution is really awesome. Dr. MC Pitchy, he is the corporate legal consultant and corporate advisor, leader with mission and passion, team working leader, corporate trainer, and business consultant. He is the CEO for Vision Education Academy, SDN Badar, CEO cum chairman for Penang Agromart Cooperative Limited, co-founder of India Malaysia Global Commerce Federation Business Community Networking Group, and Malaysia Business Ambassador. Education is having Bachelor of Law, London, doctorate degree in Business Administration, Zurich, Switzerland. Is having more activities and services in corporate social responsibility. Just now, Mr. Maniv also shared how much it is projected the value when you are turning into corporate social responsibility to handle. Community relations advisor for Indian NGOs, ex-president for Penang Indian Recreation Club, ex-president for the Association of Penang Indian NGOs in Malay, GAP in Penang, received and honored with Penang State Excellence Award known as Daja Johan Nagari. So we are very glad to have you, sir. Really, it is a wonderful time for our audience as well as GEG members. Really very happy to invite you. The stage is yours. Thank you so much.
A very pleasant evening to all of you, especially Dr. Ram, for giving me the opportunity to share my mind in this noble meeting, as well as other guest speakers and fellow participants. Once again, a very good evening. And today I was given invited to speak on business exploration. Business exploration is actually a survey. Before you go into any business, you must have an interest. If you don't have an interest, and if you don't have a plan, you will fail. The most important thing is business is not a small scope. It's a very big scope, and one has to commit himself with dedication and hard work. That will be rewarded. I've initiated a movement, a group known as the India Malaysia Global Commerce Federation Business Community. And my core objective of forming this group is to connect people from Singapore, Indonesia, India, Asia, and global. And for your information, till today, it's a very good response. A lot of them are coming in, but many are not so exposed. Exposure, lack of exposure, but it's common. It's common in any business platform. One will be very quiet, like slow water runs deep. We do not know the real what is in their mind and everything, but our job here is to give what we can. We share our mind with them. Because, and Dr. Ram, you are doing an excellent job, excellent, because inviting all the people all over the world, giving them an opportunity to express their mind, express their views. And just now we had Mr. Maniv, branding, reputation. The branding is a very important thing. In any product, the brand talks. It may be an inferior quality, but the brand is popular. Everybody will go for the brand. And you ask why? Everybody is buying, I'm buying. If everybody rejects, everybody rejects. So branding plays a very important role. And Mr. Maniv did a very good thing and vendetta, and he had a very nice, what he called introduction. I really admire that. And coming back to my talk today, as I say to all the business entrepreneurs, business community groups, the most important, have a plan. Where you want to be, what you want to be, what are your goals in life. If you want to be a businessman, then you must do a lot of research, study on business. Business is not just like buying and selling. If buying and selling Tata would not have been this level, Honda cars would not have been so popular, BMW cars, all branding. So very important. Initial stage, you must have the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and so on. No one can jump immediately from bottom to top. If you jump fast, you'll drop fast also. So what I say here is, any businessman, for the sake doing business in India, Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, or global, wherever it is, you must have the enthusiasm, a desire, a strong burning desire in you. I want to be a businessman. So what should I do? Participate like forum of this nature. Come over. Don't get monotonous, what you call what is this fellas, old fellas talking nonsense. No, we are talking facts. We're given the chance to talk. We're given the chance to share our mind with everybody. We are not selfish. If we are selfish, we won't come and talk here. So such platforms are very, very, very important. And what I feel here is, to be a successful business entrepreneur, one should have a lot of knowledge on business. Read a lot about business. When I took my degree in business, Doctor of Business Administration, I downloaded about 10,000 pieces of papers from internet. It is not relevant to me, but I made it relevant so that I can get extra knowledge of all about business. So that knowledge I'm sharing here as a business consultant. I'm not charging anybody anything here. We're giving a free service to everybody. But what is the happiness that I want to see everybody grow together? As I always say, together we make the difference. My objective of forming the Education Academy to see that more people get educated and lifelong learning. I took my law when I was 50 years old, not earlier than that. Because I was a government servant, I was a managing director of a few companies, I was a CEO for many companies. But then I say, I'm doing all this through my skill and talent. But if I have a degree, where will I go? I'll go better level. I got a very big vision to be a millionaire or billionaire. But in order to make that, I have to make the first step. I cannot jump to be a millionaire. I need people. I need connection. If I'm not in this picture, I will not know who is Ram. I will not know who is Jivanathan Pushpanathan from Malaysia, a young dynamic leader who is coming up. He's an insurance man, and furthermore, he got a mini market. And today he's here. He wants to learn. He wants to come up in life. So for you to learn, you must sacrifice. You need hard work. There is no shortcut for success. Knowledge is an ocean. Life is a journey. You make your decision where you want to be. If you don't have a decision, you don't have what you call a dream or vision, nothing will make you. Because most people fail because they don't plan. No one planned to fail. Many fail to plan. Because many talks, they listen. After that, they just throw it away. I saw many people attending personal leadership course, business leadership course. After that, they don't practice. Just throw it away. If you can do it 1 hour, share what you have learned. Today, someone has taught me something. How can I make it? Put into your mind. Talk to your subconscious mind. Talk to yourself in front of a mirror. I've learned this. I've learned that. If you repeat the thing for 22 times, it comes to be under subconscious mind. Your mind should tell you, hey, Mr. Ram will be calling me tomorrow and asking me, what have I done for my cost? So that is an alert, an awareness created by yourself. Nobody is going to come and tell you, Pitchy, wake up, wake up, wake up. You're sleeping. I have to wake up myself. If today I can speak here because of my courage, my determination, my enthusiasm, everyone can do it. No one is inferior. Everyone is superior. But never put down yourself. Make an attempt. Every step of your life is a victory. Failures are the footsteps of victory. If you fail, that means you're going to be a victor, man of victory. Never think back. Never look back. Look forward. In fact, we are gifted like those our days. We don't have a chance to see internet. Now the children are so gifted. They want to know what is this. Immediately they touch, the thing will come to them. Like Malaysia is a very big country, and Malaysia, in fact, compared to India is nothing. But Malaysia, their opportunities are very, very great. My aim and objective connecting these people is that I want more Indians to have a very blooming economy, because they are misdirected. Some may get cheated by people, but we don't want that. Soon we'll be forming a consortium, and the consortium is a body that governs those who want to bring in import and export. So this consortium will have a panel of good people who will guide us, who will tell us, okay, Mr. Ramsey, I want to export 1,000 pieces of batis to Malaysia. What should I do, sir? Where's the target market for me? We will arrange for you the target marketing. But one thing is very important, quality, branding. The branding, the quality is important. If you want something good, you must make something good. If you want something not good, then you go, don't waste your time. Why Japanese fellows are in Japan, they say they are like ants. They move. Very vibrant, very knowledgeable, because they take the initiative. They take the initiative to learn. Wise men learn from others. Fools learn through their own experience. That is my philosophy. If you want to be a wise man, you learn from others. If you think that you are a great fool, learn for yourself. Now, this is the reality, very, very reality. Because many business people who are rich today, like let us take Tony Fernandez, the big boss for AirAsia. He was nobody. Like in Malaysia, we have the business tycoon known as Tan Sri Doraisingam. Once he was what? He was plucking coconut, selling coconut. Today, he's a multi-billionaire. He owns so many, 80,000 acres of land. So that's a big thing. And he is never inferior. He talks he says, I am today successful because of my hard work during my young days. So every successful person in life has a struggle. But that is only a lesson for us to, what you call, enhance ourselves with a better position. Coming back again, Indian companies involvement in Malaysia, we are buying oil palm, refining, power, railway, information technology, and so on. But there are a lot of scope for Indian products to bring into Malaysia. And we have about 3.2 million Malaysian Indians residing, not only Indians. We have a big Malay market. The Malay market is about nearly, I would say, 25 million people. So it's a big market. If we can, especially they call it halal project, halal. Any product that is halal, especially when you talk of consumer product. Other than that, it's okay. Electricity and all this electronic products are not halal, we can take it. But coming back, big market, and I'll give you my assurance that I will do my best for the Indian counterpart to bring their products to Malaysia, and especially our young man here, Jeevanathan, who is also another dynamic leader coming up. He will give us a big scope. Nathan, you can play a very important role in this group, and come up, please, because you got a big group of teenagers. I think the next leaders, you are going to be the leaders. You may be around. How old are you, Nathan?
27.
Oh, young boy. So this is a growing period for you, and especially on education. Go to the maximum, study hard, study well. There's no age. Age is only a number. People always in India, they have a common thing. வயசாயிருச்சுங்க உங்களுக்கு வயசாயிருச்சுங்க வீட்டுல உட்காந்துருங்க ஏங்க படிக்கிறீங்க அப்படின்னுவாங்க. No. Western fellas, they're so brainy because they read books. At least they read one book a day, but we don't. We can read one book in a month also, okay. In 1 year, we can read 12 books, but we never touch the book. We never read newspaper. We never read internet. We can just waste our time talking, gossiping. How is Rajinikanth? How is Ajit Kumar? How is Vijay? It's not going to be productive. Waste of time. And time is pleasure. Time is precious. Don't waste your time. And I can talk for another 1 hour without stop, but I have to give chance to others. So I take this opportunity, and exploration is a big scope, and we will be sharing gradually to everybody how you can explore, but you can have your own vision also. You can also have your own exploration, because business opportunity is great. Like if you see like how this Lazada, Amazon, and all these people are very, very simple concept. They get people's product and they're making money. If they know that Jiva, you're producing some form of things, Lazada will invite you. Please display in my Lazada what you call page, and I will sell for you. When you sell it $1, they will sell 120. They make 20 cents, but the volume they're making is big volume. And Amazon, Lazada, and Shopee are all multi-millionaires because they make use of you. The concept is very simple. And the initial stage that I will advise you, all businessmen, we call it the concentric circle. The group that you know very well. Definitely, you know about 100 people so close or 20 people. Start selling a product to 20 people. Tell them, this is the product that I'm selling. Kindly support me. They will definitely buy from you. And that 20 will introduce another 20. Multiply it, you have about 200,000 people in your pool. So you are going to be overnight millionaire. So with that, I thank Dr. Ram and fellow colleagues for giving me a chance to speak, and I'll get more opportunities to speak to all of you. Thank you very much.
Really, it is very wonderful and nice informative sharing with your experience and with your knowledge. We are very humble to listen to you, and we will follow certainly the words. How do you project for the people to lead success? Learn from others. A wise man learn from others. A grateful learn from themselves. So we are learning from others. That is why the platform is having a lot of wise men here, wise ladies here. I would like to invite any few questions to move for the next speaker. Before that, Dr. Halima, do you want to ask any question?
Actually, my advice is that, like, suggestion is that if we can give the chance to Durga Prasad ji first, and then we will take the questions.
Okay, so we can move for the next speaker. Would you like to introduce Mr. Durga Prasad?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Durga Prasad. I'll tell a little bit about me because it has something to do with what I want to speak. I'm a BTech graduate from IIT Delhi, and as well as from AMI. I'm a double BTech graduate. From IIT Delhi, I did electrical engineering, and from AMI, I did electronics and communication engineering. And I'm also a doctor. I did my diploma in general medicine from USA and diploma in dietology from USA. I'm a child psychologist also. I did my diploma in child psychology from USA, diploma in education management from UK. Then BA triple maths, MSc maths, BEd from maths and physics, MPhil in mathematics, and so on. I have 14 qualifications in all. Now I'm doing two more. One is CS Company Secretary's course, and other is PhD in maths. So I have a lot of experience in educating students for all these competitive exams like IIT, JEE, NEET, then SAT, ACT, APs, etc., etc. But before all this, when I was in 9th class, my father started a company and we went into huge losses when I was in 9th grade. Almost equal to 10 crores worth those days, and all was in loans. So we were shattered. We were on the roads and not knowing what to do. So after 1 month of that situation, like every day, someone or the other used to come to our house, fights, arguments. I was facing very critical situation at that time. So my mother called me and my sister. She is elder to me. She said she wanted to talk to me and her. I understood the discussion, what it could be. So I know the situation and I know what my mother is going to speak, and I know my mother's intentions also. So I've decided I'll not let my sister speak a word. Being a girl, though she is elder to me, being a girl, she'll be, maybe I thought she'll not be that strong to face the situation. I thought, let me take the stress now. So my sister sat in front of my mother. My father was sitting behind my mother, very disturbed and very dull and with a pale face and all. So my mother started saying, like, you all know our situation. I said, yes. Then she asked us, like, what do you want to do? I said, you tell us. We are your warriors. We are going to do what you are going to tell us to do. I know my mother will say we'll fight, because if we take any negative step, if we would have taken a negative step that day, people who has given us money would have suffered. Even it was hard-earned money for them. I know what answer I'll get from my mother. I said, we are there for you. Then my mother said, we want to fight out the situation. Are you ready for it? I said immediately, yes. Then what to do now? Then I said, we will start a coaching center. Me and my sister will teach along with you. My mother was a teacher. I said, we will teach along with you. Then we went house to house. We spoke to parents. We explained them. We said we are going to start a coaching center. We said we'll train the kids. Then those parents asked us, who's going to teach? Then I said, me and my sister and my mother. You're so young, 9th class boy. How are you going to teach? I said only one thing to all the parents. I said, please give us a chance. Listen to our classes for 1 week. If your children like our teaching, let them continue. Otherwise, let them discontinue. If you like our teaching, then pay the fees. Otherwise, don't pay. We gathered 784 students that year, going house to house, gathering students from grade 6 to grade 10. And we started our coaching center at that time. So this has my connection towards what I want. Like, so I face such a big problem. So every person in the world will not get a person like my mother. She was the force behind us. She was the strength behind us. So to get a person like her, it's not easy for everyone. So no one could have been so strong mentally, and no one could have given us that strength to face such a situation at that young age. So I went and met Dr. Akinna Nageshwar Rao when I was 15 years old boy. As soon as I completed my 10, you all might be knowing he's a film hero, and he expired recently, a few years back. I went to him and I said, sir, I wanted to do some social service. I wanted to educate poor people who want to study, but financially not strong enough to overcome that. So please give me some money to help these poor kids. Then he said, you're so young. How are you going to take up this big burden? So first you come up in your life, then approach me, then I'll give you the money to do something like this. I went back home disappointed, but from that day onwards, it was roaming in my mind. I should do something to these poor people. Never it died in my mind. So slowly it started growing, but we had to come out of the situation where we were. So I was busy earning money, spending time, whatever I get to earn money, and then clear the dues, what we took, getting my sister married, so many things, etc., etc. So I was busy, and I didn't really go back to Dr. Akinna Nageshwar Rao to ask him for money after I got these qualifications and all. But that was there in my mind. So in 2005, I started spending about 3 to 4 lakhs per year to educate poor kids, training them for this IIT JEE, then medical entrance exams, CA, CPT, or something professional courses. And I started spending that money, but I thought, let me do it big. I was not satisfied with spending about 3 to 4 lakhs, making 2-3 students study every year. So I was thinking, from where should I do this? So I heard in 2008 there was one foundation by name Diksha Foundation which was started, and it was funded by Warren Buffett. Then I thought, let me try to get to him and let me get that funding done for the poor kids. His intention was to, same thought which I had, like educate students for IIT JEE and medical entrance exams, then other professional courses, and give free treatment for cancer patients, poor cancer patients in India. That was his intention. Most unfortunately, all his funding was mismanaged and it was not utilized properly. In 2010, he discontinued the funding. 2 years he has spent 400 crores in 2 years of time, and afterwards he discontinued. Then I could not really get to him, and my dream again continued in the same pace of educating 2 or 3 students. So in 2017, somebody from Mumbai, one of my students' father, he knows people in BJP. Then he said that he listened to me whenever I meet people, influential people, I always share my thought, this ambition. Same way I shared this thought with him also. Then he said, sir, I really appreciate your thought. I'll introduce you to Nitin Gadkari. So then he said, I'll call you someday to either Nagpur or to Delhi. You may need to come and present your presentation. I said, fine. But suddenly one day he called and he said, sir, you're called to Delhi to meet Smriti Irani, HR minister. She was HR minister at that time. He said, you should come and give your presentation. I went there and I gave a presentation. After all the presentation, she said, sir, like it's not possible for government to create something new now like this for some private NGO or anything. So you do it for 5 years, then get back to me again. Then I'll give you the funding. Then again, it got postponed. Then 2019 onwards, all wrongly struck things in the world. And 2020, it has become more disastrous. So my ambition still remains. So the thought is like this. I'll be educating around 300 to 400 students, trying to make them IITians or doctors or some good engineering colleges, CACPTs like that. They'll become professionals. And I wanted to adapt villages. So I'll take up one village. Their basic education up to 10th should be made compulsory for everyone. Basic medical facilities should be given. And every one person from every home should have a job. This is my intention. So what I thought is, if I can really create these professionals and make agreements with them, these are very poor kids who don't have any finance to study, but very good in academics, intelligent enough. We get such students from government schools, and we can pick them by a test. Then I thought we'll pick them and educate them, make them doctors, engineers. After that, their job will be 6 doctors will join together, going to one village. Every day, one doctor will go to that village, treat the people there. 6 days, 6 doctors. And a few engineers put together, they are trained on some industry. They'll be given all skill, banking fund from the banks and all to start companies. Then make them open companies in those villages. And 60% of whatever profits they get, that they'll use for the company growth, and 40% will be used for village development. Like this, it becomes a chain process wherein we'll be educating few students, creating them as professionals, start adapting villages, and then making that village grow. This is the thought process with which I was there. And I shared this other day with Dr. Halima, and she said, like, sir, I'll see if your thought is expressed. Maybe your dream will be realized someday. So I was really thankful to her and everyone else who gave me this chance. And thank you all for the patience which you have shown to listen to me. And I'm wanting to do something good for this society. I'm well off for myself, but not well off for people like me who might be suffering like, if not at that level of what I suffered when I was a 9th class old child, maybe they are not getting chance to learn, study, grow. Many might be surrendering to their financial pressures, or they don't have chance, they don't study. So I wanted to solve this problem as much as I can before I die. So this is the ambition with which I'm going. So thank you all for listening to me, and thanks everyone for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Durga Prasad. Really very mesmerizing kind of story, and it is the true thing. Who have been here, they are also having the same kind of thoughts and same kind of contributions they wanted to make for the underprivileged to become privileged. That is the goal set. How do we able to, because we are all having the connections, so definitely we would put certain kind of steps ahead. Like Dr. Pitchy also mentioned, he wanted to uplift the scenario in Malaysia, and yourself he was supporting for the lot of underprivileged community to become privileged. And Dr. Halima already, she took more steps forward to strengthen the community from her view of points. Myself also, I am having the same thoughts. So definitely we would put our goal sets as well as connections and contributions, which are going to transform the community to be privileged.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I share with Durga Prasad? Sir, you are really great, sir. Sir, you are very, can you hear me?
Yeah, sir, I'm able to hear you.
Okay, and you got a very good ambition, and definitely your dream will come true. It's a matter of time, because we are all to help you out also in one way or the other, connected with us. And with that, definitely Malaysia will do a great job for you and make your dream come true. And please don't give up. Proceed with your dreams, because very important. I always share my 5 principles of success. The first D is desire. You must have a strong desire in you. Second, you must have a discipline. The second D is discipline. And the third D is determination. And the fourth D is dedication. And the fifth D is development, that brings developments to your plan. So I hope you will also have that 5 Ds in your mind and work towards it. Don't ever think that you are being left out. All the failures that is a great experience that you are sharing with us. And definitely I pray to God on your behalf that all your visions, and your dream will come true. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. So like a small apology to everyone. Actually, I was having a meeting pre-scheduled. So Dr. Halima said like, sir, please share your ideas, then only you leave. So I waited. If you all permit me, I would like to take leave from you all. Would like to meet again, you all in the next meeting.
Sure, sir. We will keep in touch and we can able to connect well for the another session where you can comfortably come to share many things, not with the restricted time like this, because this is very late night to Singapore and Malaysia. But even though we are very eager to connect with you people, even the time zone difference is not a matter. Pushpanathan, you want to share something?
Thank you, Dr. Prasadji. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thanks for you for giving me this opportunity, ma'am. I should thank you for making me meet so many elite people. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
And we have a young girl, Mariam, here. So she has come just to observe the whole proceedings, how we work. So next time she also has some ambition in life, and she also wants to be an entrepreneur. So she is going to pitch in the next meeting. Mariam, would you like to say something? Mariam, are you there? I think there might be some issues. So yes, Dr. Ram, you can add on.
Few more eminent people, Mr. Gunapati Adamugam from Malaysia, and Professor Kabali from Oman, and Miss Erika from Singapore. If you are there, please unmute yourself and say a few words. Mr. Gunapati, are you there? Professor Kabali, yes.
Good evening,
Good
one
evening.
and all. It's my pleasure one more time joining Global Entrepreneurs Guild and Dr. Ram and Dr. Halima in this wonderful occasion. I've heard the second part of Dr. Pitchy and the other gentleman. Very interesting, very inspiring. What do you call, stories, as well as their ambitions, and I wish them all the very best. And as Dr. Ram rightly said, we are all here to support each other, so we will try to do whatever possible to support these initiatives and ideas. Thank you very much, Dr. Ram, for this wonderful opportunity.
Kabali, please let you introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm Kabali Subramanian from Muscat, Oman. I'm a university professor with the MBA program of Arab Open University. We are, having a presence in 9 different countries with 35,000 students. This is my basically what I do. Other than that, I also consult, train, and do research in business strategy, business innovation, and digital business transformation. These are my passionate areas. I help entrepreneurs, startups, and global business leaders in the space of strategy and innovation. And this is what I do. And we are building a startup ecosystem in India, Oman, and other parts of Gulf. So this is what we do to support the community. And we strongly believe that this century belongs to entrepreneurs and startup founders. So one simple message. I really like the message by Dr. Pitchy, saying that learning, that's the only thing which will keep you, in the right direction. So I again endorse that point, that keep learning, keep updating. The world, the next 20 years is going to be very, very full of opportunities. So when you get ready, I always believe that luck is nothing but the preparedness meets the opportunity. Luck is nothing but preparedness meeting the opportunity. So the next 20 years, you're going to have enormous amount of opportunity. Only thing, we need to be ready and prepared to take it forward. Thank you, Dr. Ram. Thank you. All the very best to all the participants and all the entrepreneurs and startup founders. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Really, we are having a wonderful time with you. And Mr. Gunapati, are you there? Can you...
Yes. Thank you. I think this is the first meeting. Thank you for inviting me to join this group. Actually, I'm not. This is the first time I'm joining a business group. Normally, I meet only the psychologists and psychiatrists because relevant to my field, where I'm not directly involved in business. But now, actually, we are planning for a business to set up a de-addiction center in Malaysia, in Seremban, on drugs and alcohol. So that's going to be a business. And also very inspiring to listen to Mr. Maniv, I think, Maniv, the branding, and then on the way, the challenges and how to solve conflict in the business. So definitely we also going to face some challenges in the area the way we are planning to set up the center, because there will be objection, because setting up a addiction center for drug addicts and alcohol, definitely there will be challenges. So it's a good idea. And also Mr. Pitchy, a well-known person. And then today I'm listening to him. Very good, all knowledgeable people. I think this is a good team. I think I saw in the right time, in the right track, I joined the group. maybe I also will get some guidance and support to my future business. Although I'm just a marriage and parenting educator, and also I'm with my psychology background, I'm doing a psychological assessment and counseling, all that. So this addiction center will be a new venture. So very happy to meet all these, the prominent people involved in business. So it's kind of eye-opening for me. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Ram. I don't know that you're Ram, just Mr. Ram. Thank you. You're a good initiator, and then I think you're a good leader to to get this group to join together. It's a good idea. It's a very creative idea. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. All the best. Good night.
I think Mr. Gunapati.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You, I think, in Malacca, I think.
Yeah, we met in Malacca. Yeah, as
Malacca,
a trainer. Yeah, that's right.
And after that, there's no connection between us. But
yeah, true.
Calls and we talk to each other that about Penang and so on.
Yeah,
and I really appreciate your presence here today. And it's a great, what you call, opportunity for you to share with us your knowledge. And I know you're an ordinary man. You're a man of what you call credibility. You do a lot on psychological talk and all these things. Let's join together and make the difference.
Thank you. And
we should appreciate and give the credit to Dr. Ram, the man who's built the mountain of success. Incredible leader.
It's all the teamwork, and not only myself, Mr. Rahul, Dr. Halima, and Madam Nahu, everyone here, and Dr. Shalu also here. So it's a real good time for us. Then we are coming together and spend some valuable occasion with the eminent speakers like you. And a few more visitors are there. Mr. Raju Paras, can you tell us about yourself and about the program? You can unmute.
Good evening, everyone. This is the first time I'm joining this meet. I got this connect from WhatsApp group, ETS, where I shared that I'm also part of that group where Mr. Dr. Pitchy sir also is in that group. So I got that flyer image from Mr. Shabir, who is the group admin and founder of ETS group. I think it's a new experience for me, interacting people from different parts of the world, all bonded by passion. I think passion alone keeps us successful forever. As Pitchy sir reiterated, that hard work, dedication is all required behind a successful business, and business is a never-ending process. Success also is a journey where there is no stop. You can't take rest or you cannot relax. It's not a journey which should cut short or end, stop there. It's a life, just like a life journey. As long as your life is there, you can travel, you can explore opportunities, explore knowledge. And another wonderful thing Dr. Pitchy sir said was about the knowledge, learning. This also I strongly endorse among my business community friends. Why? Because inside that learning is your earning. The more you learn, the opportunity to earn keeps on developing. So at certain point of time, everybody stops learning. So according to their wisdom and knowledge, also their earnings get shrink. Because as we age and grow elder and mature, needs keep on rising. So with limited knowledge and limited exposure to other world, so progress is not possible. This is my just thought I wanted to share, and I won't take much of a time. One more few words I would like to add, share. I'm a first generation passionate entrepreneur. Yes, I'm very proud of it. My father started some business and he was not successful. He may be not be a successful entrepreneur, but he was a successful husband and a successful father. One regret that I never listened to him for very long years. He wanted to me get into sales, which I didn't do till the moment he was with me. And the moment I started into the sales, God is kind so far. I'm able to sell anything to anyone. The reason behind why we was very particular about me to go to sales rather than concentrate on only on administration operations was extrovert. I can able to speak 7 to 8 regional languages very fluently in their own slang. And he wanted me this as a strength to explore the world where the opportunity was abundant. I think I wasted around 15 or 20 years behind that, but worth it. That was all experience. So I think I can make up that loss in coming years. So this has made me decide that my generation, after my every generation that is going to come, will and should remain as an entrepreneur. This I am feeding to my 8-year-old daughter and 14-year-old son. So study, equip, work with me, struggle with me, progress with me, prosper with me. This is what you need to teach your generation ahead. For centuries together, basically Indians were been doing business across the globe till the colonial rule took over. Only Indians were ruling across the world. They were in every island, every continent. They were thereafter some colonial thing came. Entire mindset was changed. Then now the generation has last 2 to 3 decades, 3 generation have been fed that you could study well, you get a job well. That is not the case. You study well, equip very well, and turn an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is the only way for success and prosperity. Without turning an entrepreneur, you cannot taste the success. If the success doesn't come when you are getting a job in any MNC or any global company. Success comes when you become a one among them. There is opportunity for everyone to be one among the any big companies. Today in our WhatsApp group, I came across a flyer which was saying top 20 nifty companies that are earning per, what is their earnings per minute. From Reliance was on the top, and a lot of companies were there. I think we can, one thing I thought once I saw the flyer, I think maybe in another 10 to 20 years, I can be one among them. If they can do it, why cannot I? So I think this is a wonderful platform, and I like to very emotional appeal from Durga Prasad moved me very much. I think maybe I'm empathizing his feelings, what he was telling. When he was leaving, his eyes were moist. I could see. I can feel what he was going through when he was telling, sharing mission. This is the passion that drives anyone. This craze, I think this passion is kind of an addiction where you get never tired. You cannot bog down by any kind of struggles or challenges that comes across our life. Why I'm saying this last 2 years has been terrible on entrepreneurs, but God has been very kind. I did my business extremely well only this is during COVID situation, sitting at home. Just WhatsApp, just calls, just mails. I did very good business than a non-corona time. This is all because of so much of hard work I did earlier. Whatever hard work I did earlier, now I think it's getting converted into smart work. And happy for what I am doing today and proud of what I'm doing today. I think from here on, with this being a part of this global platform, I think I'm going from national to international very faster. Hope and wish I can collaborate with each and everybody, not just with for business, and also for so much of knowledge. I'm listening, I'm ready to observe, and I'm ready to share. And once again, thank Mr. Ram for giving me a few moments of your precious time to share my words and experience. And thanks to Pitchy sir, your words have been very, I think, right on the bullseye. It's going to be ring in my ears for a few more days. Thank you everyone for the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Raj, sir, you are really great, and you're running a business which is will never die, and it is a very essential thing, technology, because everybody needs security system, whether it may be domestic or it may be industrial, because there are a lot of great prospect for you in the coming future that you can market your product. Those products are what, India manufactured or is it from China?
It is made in India, sir. The brand which I am associated is the first Indian company to start the manufacturing of infrared thermometer and pulse oximeters. The lockdown was announced on March and we launched our product in May. When the entire world was shut down, we were able to come up with this product, and we did very good in 2020 as well as in 2021. Our company was, though I am a channel partner of that brand, I'm very proud of it. And my company too was listed in Forbes magazine, recognizing our managing director for his passionate involvement into this product launch and manufacturing. Was I still wonder, and I'm amazed how they were able to manage and achieve, because our workforce in factory stayed, lived, breathed, ate, slept, cried, laughed, everything in factory for almost 90 to 100 days without stepping out of the premises. It was a 24/7 factory. We started with 1 unit. Within 2 months, we multiplied into 40 units to match the demand. So it was a wonderful experience. I'm happy that I'm a part of that journey, and it gave me some kind of elevation in my business platform.
You will be doing extraordinarily well, because in fact, the Indian market itself is a great market for you. The matter of time to implant to everyone what is the importance of security system and the effect of it. Definitely, you be Indian, buy Indian, and India will be the biggest hotspot. I mean, no need to penetrate to other parts of the world. You cannot even supply the market itself. And I pray for you that you will achieve your goal and be a successful man in life. Let us share more from every meeting. You can please come and share more from us. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Really wonderful. I would like to invite Rahul to make the vote of thanks. Rahul, are you there?
Hi, yeah, okay.
Yeah, now.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you very much for joining us today. Actually, I have some problem in this video, in the camera. That's the reason I'm not able to on my video. And I would like to thank each and every one of you. It was a great meeting and got a lot of inputs. Mr. Pitchy sir and even Be Indian, Buy Indian, Raju Press Enterprises, then Mr. Durga Prasad, Mr. Maniv, and thanks to Mr. Kabali sir, in spite of his busy schedule, he found some time to come for our GEG meeting. I would like to thank all of you. And yeah, we really had a nice meeting today. Actually, in Singapore, no, it's a very, very late night, but still, the speakers are all, very interesting, and we are also still connected. Yeah, thank you very much for joining GEG meeting tonight.
Thank you, Madam Nadu. It's really wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you. Good night to all.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining and making it very.
Come forward and bring more visitors. It is the learning platform. It is the sharing platform. It is the empowering platform. So we make it meaningful for us to learn and explore. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night. Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.